Coach D'Artagnan here of Serenity Coaching. I want to share with you some tips that hopefully can help you find success on your wellness journey. Let's begin. This week's tip is going to focus on journaling your diet. By journaling your diet, you're going to receive two benefits. First, it's going to help you establish routines, and second, it's going to give you that added layer of accountability to help you on your journey. So let's begin. Journaling for routines. As you know, as humans, we are all creatures of habit. And by journaling, you can now track your habits to help you on your weight loss journey. Now, here's some things that you may want to consider when journaling. First, what are you going to use to actually capture your journal on? So, in this age of technology, you may want to use your phone, your tablet, or if you're more traditional, you can get yourself a pad or use your laptop to capture your notes around following your routines. That's one thing that you can do. But when you make that commitment to journaling your diet, that means everything that you eat, you're going to jot down. And you want to begin to train your body to expect to receive food at different times out of the day. On your weight loss journey, or what has allowed you to be at your current weight, is you probably don't have specific times when you're eating, and you don't necessarily know what you're eating and when you're eating it out the day. Because after a week or two goes by, you're going to be hard pressed to try to remember what you ate last Tuesday or 3 Wednesdays ago, what was a part of your meal. But by journaling your diet, you will now have an accurate track of what you were eating and when you ate it. So figure out what tools you're going to use to actually capture your diet, writing it down, and also while you're journaling, you also can capture your emotions and your feelings through the course of the day as well. So think about what you're going to use to capture it, and then set up that routine as to when you're going to write those entries in. This will go a long way towards helping you on your journey. So let's move over to accountability. Journaling for accountability. If you are committed to meeting your weight loss goals on your current wellness journey, then journaling for accountability is going to be extremely beneficial to help you along the way. So while you're establishing these routines, you're also going to have a level of accountability, because in journaling every single thing that you consume, it's going to help you with making the right choices as opposed to the wrong choices when you're out there in the world, especially if you have not planned accordingly to make sure that you have the proper foods with you through the course of the day. So if you are committed to journaling, because you are responsible for what you choose to write inside of it. So if you're not committed and you ate some chips or you ate some ice cream or a slice of cake and you didn't want to write it down, then you're only fooling and hurting yourself. That's no one else, just yourself. But if you're really committed to journaling exactly everything that you eat, then if you don't want to have to write it down, then don't eat it. So that is a practice that allowed me, when I was 374 pounds, to really start to lose that weight. If I didn't want to write that entry in my journal, and I used my iPhone at the time to capture all of my food entries, it really helped me when I came to those crossroads of a high level of temptation or wanting to do something outside of my diet. But I was committed to writing everything down. So those moments where I did not want to have to write that down, I made a better choice. Now, I'm not going to tell you that I was perfect in that. There were times where I made a poor choice, but I also wrote it down. So when I look back in my journal, I could see that Tuesday of that week, I made a bad choice, and I don't want to repeat that behavior on a continuous basis. So if you are truly committed to your weight loss goals, then journaling for accountability is definitely going to aid you, because if you don't want to write it down, it's going to help you make the better choice and not eating it. So let's recap, because today's lesson is shorter than last week. Just want to give you some quick tips. So journaling to establish routines. Again, once you start writing down what you eat, and establishing those specific times out of the day, whether it's 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. That's the last time you're going to eat your meal, and you journal that entry in every single day. You're going to start to see different things happen in your life around eating the right foods at these particular times out of the day. And then again, the accountability piece, I cannot stress this enough, that if you're truly committed to your weight loss goals, writing for accountability is definitely going to aid you on your journey. Because if you don't want to write it down, you're probably not going to want to eat it. Again, if you do break down and you do eat it, write it down. And so you don't want to continue that cycle. You don't want to have these poor choices 3 days in a row or 4 days in a row. If it's one day, don't beat yourself up. Get back on the horse and make sure that the following day you're eating the things that you need to eat. But another thing that's going to come out of that journaling is you should begin to notice different feelings inside your body, the way you're thinking, the way you're moving, over time, by putting the right things in your body and really listening to your body around how it's reacting to the foods that you're putting inside your body. So again, journal. Write down those entries, write down your feelings, and that should give you more progress on your journey. Till next week, Coach D'Artagnan, stay well, my friends.